Hello, hello, hello. Thank you everyone for coming in to one of my shows again. This is your host, 5 minutes or less. And we're here basically to talk about one thing. There's this coffee date issue that has been blowing up almost everywhere. People are talking about it. It's basically almost like, how do I say it? It's almost equivalent to saying, "How are you doing?" and not really meaning it. It has come to that point. And I think it's about time that I put my own 2 cents into this topic. Now, for monetary reasons and so on and so forth, you just don't want to deal with all the politics on YouTube. I am not going to include any videos or writings that include things that I'm going to be talking about. And the main reason for doing that is because people are money hungry these days, and they'll do anything just to make sure they demonetize your video or get a cut of your video. So I try to stay clear of it. However, the reason I'm coming to you guys is because I have seen a lot of young kids talking about this issue, and I think it's time for us to have this conversation because this is getting way out of hand. Now, I remember back in the good old days, when I was growing up, dates were primarily, like first, second dates, third dates, were primarily walking on the streets or just walking somewhere or walking around a park or walking towards a stream or towards the beach, just meeting up with somebody, talking to them for a couple of minutes, getting to know them, their hobbies, and so on and so forth, seeing if you gel with that person before committing to any kind of relationship with that person. These were mostly what dates were. And if you're going to have any kind of dates where it involved food, it was usually a picnic, not a fancy restaurant. And when I hear the word coffee dates, I kind of look at it the way I look at it like in the past. Asking somebody out to walk, talk, giving your time to get to know somebody. Because here's the big kicker. The person you're going to choose in life is almost like choosing a house. When you choose that person can either make you or break you. They can basically bring your whole life almost crashing down. And it's best for you to be well informed about this individual. Because let's face it, when all the music has died down, when all the TV shows and what have you and all that drama has all died down, it's all left to one thing. You enjoying being in the moment with the person you have selected as a partner. And how do you know if you can actually gel with that person when you're in the moment? When the music is all turned off, when the lights are all off, and everything just comes down to one basic thing: connection and communication styles. That basically tells you whom you're dealing with most of the time. Do you enjoy being around this person? Not with the loud music. Just enjoy talking to them, listening to them, breaking ideas with them, going back and forth on certain things with them, knowing how they fight. That many of the time they don't go below the belt. Stuff like that. Just getting to know some of the little itty bitty of things that are going on with this person. But the most important thing is this: that when you go out on a date, you want to feel free to leave at any time if you feel that this person is not the right person for you. And here comes the coffee date. A coffee date is simply one thing. You go to somewhere, you grab a coffee with that person, just like you would any other day on the streets. You walk with that person, converse, and then at the end of the day, you move on. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It's as simple as that. Besides, this person is a stranger. You do not owe them anything. And I'll repeat this again. The purpose of a coffee date is because you are, number one, dealing with a stranger. Number two, you do not owe them anything except being polite to them. And number three, you should be able to walk away at any time if you feel the need to. That is why we call them dates. Okay? So we call them first dates idea. Because the idea is getting to know a stranger while at the same time not being under pressure. You don't need to be under pressure to know somebody. You don't need to be spending money that you barely don't have, especially in this freaking economy, on somebody that you've barely even known for a week. When I say barely even known for a week, that means you have spent 7 days, 24 hours with them. You barely know this person. And you're going to sit down there, I want to spend money on a stranger that has not even done anything for you, neither paid your bills or even fed you? That you're going to sit down there and then buy them food? Please, get out of here. People need to get their minds out of the gutter. It's time we as a collective say enough is enough with the idea of thinking it's okay to carry somebody that you barely met to a nice, fancy restaurant. Enough is enough with the madness. You're dealing with strangers. You don't know them. Especially as a man, you don't know this woman. You don't know her from a can of paint. You should not have any reason to be spending hard-earned money on a stranger. You have no reason to be doing so. So, I have already said my own piece on the matter. Take it as you will. But the idea of coffee dates should be the first 3 dates, in my personal opinion, until you feel safe enough to spend money on somebody that you think that your relationship might be going somewhere. There's no reason to invest in somebody that you barely know. If people want fancy dates are investment for people whom they believe are going to be there for them, who are going to be there to basically watch their back. It's more like an insurance policy many of the times. But let's leave it at where it is. Coffee dates should be in and should remain in until that person has proved that they can be trusted as a significant other before you even think of upping the level of dates that you take that person to. Well, I've said too much. I am your host, 5 minutes or less, and this has been a 10-minute statement regarding this crazy debacle on TikTok concerning coffee dates. I'm going to sign out, and with that, enjoy the music.